Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's get this going. Forgot to grab the link tree. Let me just quickly grab that. Where was it? Here it is. There it is. Got that. Beautiful. Okay, it's live. How you doing, Rohit? Give me just but a moment. Oh. And it should be good now. Sorry, somehow the mic is like super sensitive. It keeps turning off. My bad. We're good. Okay, so let's pin that. Yep, we're good. Just somehow this thing likes to turn off on its own sometimes. You know how it be. It do be doing that sometime. It do be do. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Alright, so let's just tidy up the desk a little bit while we wait for people to show up. Don't tell me to play Roblox. I will never play that game. Thank you for trying. Come again. Yes, I've seen One Piece. I guess you're new here, if you're asking that question. Because considering, like at least half my videos are One Piece, if not more than that. Play Beast Swarm? Probably, no, I'm not going to. Because we focus on science fiction and science fantasy games. How you doing, Martin? It's okay to cry, Michael. I know you're disappointed, but frankly, I don't care. Have I played Don't Starve? No, because I mostly play science fiction and science fantasy. And from what I understand, I haven't actually looked at the game. Haven't actually looked at it. Doesn't really fit the genre that for my channel. So, have I seen Monster? Indeed I have. What's good? Most things, I'd say. Unless the anime game is science fiction, science fantasy, then no, not really. I own a couple. Haven't played them in a while, though. Plat Poppy Playtime. I have no idea what that is, but probably not going to do that either. Because, as I just said, I play a specific genre of games, so like I don't bounce around all over the place. Anyone else here in Echo? I mean, I don't know. Should be fine. Yeah, we're not, Michael. We're not going to. Okay, again, Michael. No. No, I'm not. Anyway, let's give people a few minutes to show up. Let me get some water while I have a chance. You hear an echo? Well, there's not really much I can do. Could be that my room is now more empty, so there's more space for the air to bounce around a bit. Any fighting games? Not really, no. By chance, would I remember... I know. I'm aware you became a mod, and I took away the mod status because it was temporary. There was no real point in having mods yeah. Also, there was too much like in chat that arguing. So I couldn't do it. It sounds like your stream is playing on TV in a room. I mean, I can't do anything about that. I've never gotten that complaint before. I can't change anything. Like. There's no change to my settings that can be done. So, I can change the volume, but that wouldn't really fix that. Okay, so Michael, no, I'm not playing Rivals. I'm not playing Sonic. I don't like any of those games. And thank you, Nimbu. Your voice plays over again after 3 seconds. I don't know why that's happening. I don't have any reason to explain that. Wait, what if I did... How about now? Wait, how about now? Let me know if that fixed it. How you doing, Kyle? What's good? Okay, excellent. I found the cause, fixed it, we're good. Awesome. I don't know why that was a thing, but, oh, I think I know what was it. Oh, I know what caused it. I know what caused it now. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. How do I feel about the new JJK? I don't know why that's that question I think is now the most popular question I get. I don't understand. Like, yes, it's good, but I think every minute I get asked that question now. What time we gooning? I don't do that here. We this is a no gooning chat. Favorite JoJo part so far? It would be 4. You still haven't seen season 3? Then go. I guess watch it at your own leisure. When you're caught up, go for it. Do I read manga? Not really. I'm a non-fiction reader. I'm not really into. I don't really read manga. Pluto? Haven't seen it. And thank you, Dito, for the follow. I appreciate that. What anime should I watch? Well, I don't know you, so I'm just going to pick something random. So today I'll pick Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I'll pick Brotherhood. Do I play Roblox? Not a chance. No way. Never. Not going to happen. Absolutely not. You have exams? Okay, then focus on exams. That should be your priority. That might explain the views. It's exam season for people. I appreciate that. Thank you. Have I watched Plunderer? Not yet. It's on the list. The best pet in anime that's not a Pokemon or a Digimon? Here's the thing. There's context. Because, people might pick something absolutely ridiculous if you pick, I don't know, let's say you pick Appa from Avatar. Where are you going to put it? How are you going to feed it? He's enormous. So, you can pick something to make a really cool pet, but then practically speaking becomes impossible to manage. So, how far do we want to take it? Channel. Don't talk to me about Roblox. This is a no Roblox channel. I don't support pedophilic games that protect, creeps. Favorite Dragon Ball Z arc? It's going to be the Android Saga by far. I have not finished To Your Eternity. I'm really struggling with Season 3. 1 and 2 are really good, though. Thoughts on MHA? I think it's really good. So here's the thing. Minecraft is a fine game. It's not my kind of game. It's a fine game. The issue with Minecraft is that it has a history of Minecraft content creators then going on to get caught doing really bad stuff. So it's there's a bad reputation around it. The game itself is not really my thing, though. It's a good game. What's a good game? I don't even know what you're talking about now. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle movie, not that good. It's pretty. Great fight scenes, but my god, was it painful to get through. It was painful to get through. Link Click, haven't seen it yet. You played Infamous Line Maker back in the day. I mean, I haven't played any of those. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The Minecraft YouTubers, it has a bad reputation, unfortunately. Do I think Reese actually likes Denji? At least somewhat. At least to some extent. Do I know any other stuff Here's the thing. I want you to think on that question. Or at least expand on that question. Because you say, do you know stuff like JJK? What about it? And don't just say the fights. Be specific. Be detailed. Do you like the darker atmosphere? Do you like the... is it the power system? Is it more like cursed spirits and exorcism? Is it more... that they'll kill off... and they'll kill off anybody? Or... do you like the savagery, the sassy, dark characters like Sukuna? Tell me a bit about what you're looking for. In my opinion, who do I think is the definition of the strongest? I don't know. I can get... We had this exact conversation yesterday. I think some of the opinions that came up was All Might came up, Kokushibo came up, I think even Levi came up. I'd also say Rimuru comes up sometimes. Anos Voldigode, Saitama. Did I watch Castlevania? I did. You binge watching One Piece again? No, I'm not. Oh, you're binge watching. You're binge watching. Enjoy your journey, I guess. What about One Punch Man? It's decent. They was asking for examples of the strongest, and Saitama in his own verse is a good example of the strongest. We got Forza Horizon 6. I really don't care about Forza though. I don't care about driving games. I'm not a car guy. I'm really not a car guy. Favorite character in Castlevania? I don't really remember a Castle. Oh, is my volume too high? Oh, favorite character in Castlevania? I don't know. I haven't seen Castlevania in so many years, I pretty much forgot all the characters' names. Epo's Peak? I would agree with you. It's pretty solid. I don't think One Punch Man's a flop. I think that Season 3 was definitely not good. Season 2 was also not great. 1 was still enjoyable. And is Fallout New Vegas still giving you trouble? In terms of the game constantly crashing, then yes. It is still constantly crashing. Yesterday, it crashed so hard that I couldn't get the stream back up. How you doing, Luffy? What's good? This season of Eternity isn't as good as I want it to be. I would agree. I would agree. It did not measure up to the previous 2 seasons. Black Clover was really good. So I think, Taigali, I think you're silly and you're just a bot, a sheep. To say JJK is just a Naruto copy, again, brain dead comment. Because there's this thing called inspiration. And even the manga authors are friends. Very often you guys just like to hate on people because you like this show more than that show, or this show came first, so therefore anything similar that comes out later is automatically a copy. It's just a brain dead take. It's just a brain dead take. People are allowed to take inspiration and then modify it to fit their story. Do I know any other shows that are the same vibe as JJK? So, I'm going to assume you mean, where they'll just kill off anybody, like AOT. They're I guess AOT has a similar vibe to JJK, kind of, or Akamega Kill. Enjoy JJK movie more than Naruto. You talking Naruto the series or in one of the Naruto movies? Because I've seen all the Naruto movies, and some of them are decent, some of them are really good. I think Silent Voice was really good. I think Mob was really good. Kinnikuman, don't know what that is. Why Mappa Studio not make One Punch Man? I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know these things. I hate when anime fandom. Exactly. I hate when fandoms fight. When all the manga authors are friends, like One Piece and Dragon. Yeah, they're all friends. They take inspiration from each other. They encourage each other. They support each other. That's what we should be doing. Thoughts on Vinland Saga? I think it's fantastic. I do think L is smarter than Light. Did 100 meters? Haven't seen it. In my opinion, okay. So I think. Let me try and. I'm trying to be more nice. There is no most overrated anime. In fact, I think the question, not you, I think the question itself is ridiculous. Because, one, whose ratings are you comparing to? Literally, whose ratings are you comparing your opinion to? And second, why does it actually matter? I'm not trying to put down you. I'm not trying, this is not rhetorical. Why does it matter how other people rate a show, whether you like it or not? So if you like a show and other people don't, cool. If you don't like a show that other people really do, again, doesn't matter. People like different things. Have I watched Gojo versus Sukuna? No, I have not. I don't really watch fan-made stuff because that fight's not out yet. At least in the anime. Do I have a personal top 3? I do not. I do not. You've been trying to find an anime similar to Black Lagoon. So I have seen Black Lagoon. It was many years ago. I barely remember it, so it's really hard for me to say. If you can describe what about it, or even the vibe, the characters, certain certain things you want to see in a series, I can do my best. Do I like Monster? I do. The ending was so-so. Are you looking forward to part 4 of Bleach? Absolutely. Stranger Things finale is just... I don't watch Stranger Things, so I'm fine with that. What is the most underrated... I'm going to say the same thing. Most underrated series. Underrated compared to... I don't look at ratings. I don't look at ratings at all. Ever. Makes no sense to me. I don't know how to answer it. Why are people hating on Nobra just because of her strength? He wasn't even as weak as they say. I don't even care. I don't even understand why people hate on. I don't know, man. I don't know, Lily. These guys, I don't get people. Excited for a JJK episode today. I actually don't have my headset with me, so I can't listen to any anime till Saturday. So yeah, no anime for 2 days. I won't die. They hate on her because she ain't ghost like Toji. Makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me. Sorry, like I don't follow the logic train. Cosmic Princess, haven't seen it. The last Slam Dunk, I haven't seen Slam Dunk yet. That is also on my list. I don't really find fictional women attractive, but hey, you do you, man. If that's your taste, cool. No judgment from me. No, you won't get any judgment from me. JoJo's, I'm working my way through. Platinum End was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good. Akamega Kill was also pretty good, though it also depends whether you watched it or read it. Yes, I saw Solo Leveling twice, actually. Can you not watch without headphones? I have no speakers. I have no speakers here. I would get no sound. So it wouldn't. I'd basically just be watching a screen on mute, which is not great. Oh, favorite. I don't have a favorite series. Any future plans? So the giveaways are going to have to hold off for a while because they're extremely expensive. They cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars to do the shipping fees. And I can't afford that right now. The last giveaway cost me $500. Did I watch Vampire Garden? I have not. What's a 10 on 10 romance? Snow White with Red Hair, My Love Story, Flower That Blooms with Dignity. Would I put a 10 on... So here's the thing. Would I put a 10 on 10 romance over a 10 on 10 action? That is not a question that makes sense in my brain. It's, to me, a 10 on 10 simply means that everything that this show was supposed to, that everything I wanted the show to do, they did basically perfectly, or so close to perfect that I have no real complaints. Whether it's a romance or an action or whatever, it doesn't really matter. If it did everything, in my opinion, close to perfect, I'm gonna give it a 10. And I'm not gonna be biased about it. You like that anime is more mainstream? I used to feel... I never felt embarrassed watching anime. But then again, I never really... I have not cared about people's opinions in a very long time. Did I watch Records of Ragnarok? I dropped it at Season 2. The Hunter x Hunter was really good. Nokotan, haven't seen it. I actually don't even think I know that one. Promised Neverland, I have not watched it. I heard it fell off. I might still give it a shot, but like... It's not going to be top of the list if I know the ending is bad. Biggest aura farmer? Obviously me. Like, come on. Solo leveling aura farming? I mean, here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with aura farming. Okay. There's nothing wrong with aura farming. Doesn't make a show good or bad. Why did I drop it? And don't spam chat, dude. Don't spam chat. I won't answer you if you do that. In fact, you'll probably get blocked. But if I drop it, I got bored. I drop things because I get bored, or because they do really creepy stuff. Solo leveling is trash. I disagree. I have a good time with it. What anime character do I think best represents freedom? I think I'm gonna give two. I'm gonna give the ones that best give my example of my preference for freedom. I'll say Luffy, and I'll say Thorfinn. Did I watch Hell's Paradise? I am up to date on it. And JJK, I'm also up to date on that, so that should tell you I'm enjoying it. Have I ever tried North African cuisine? Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. I've gone to my African friend's house for dinner. Don't know if it was specific. I don't think it was specifically North African cuisine. In a way, Aaron... so, like, Aaron's version of freedom, I think, was kind of... very based on his circumstances, right? Very different situation there. Okay, watch first, then say Mr. JoJo. I don't know what you mean there. Waiting for the next dubbed Hell's Paradise. I'm watching it sub, but you can watch it dubbed if you want. You can watch in any format that fits your preference. Ragnar Crimson, haven't seen it. Favorite anime that I don't have a favorite anime. I don't have a favorite anime, mainstream or not. Doesn't matter to me. Have I? Baruto Naruto? No. Okay, Blake. Come on, man. Time to grow up. Time to grow up. This is. Come on, man. Gojo or Sukuna? I prefer Sukuna. Food Wars, it's a good time, but I can't watch it too often because it makes me hungry. But I also finished it, so I don't need to watch it again. I do not have a favorite character. Never will, actually. What about Death Note? It's decently fun at the start. At the start, it's fun. I like a few shonen shows dubbed, like Dragon Ball Z, Death Note, Pokemon, Digimon, Seven Deadly Sins. There's quite a few with good dub. Death Note towards ending was... Death Note kind of lost me in the second half. I still finished it more than once. But I definitely prefer the first half. Do I find Luffy annoying? At all? Sometimes, but I still like him. But is he annoying sometimes? Okay, yeah. My Hero Academia, I like it. SAO Top 5? No, I dropped it. Couldn't do it. Thoughts on Deku? I like Deku. So I don't... Here's the thing. Seven Deadly Sins is always going to be a show that has mixed opinions. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people are frustrated with it, and I understand all of the different opinions. I get it. I have no idea what that word is. Jiraiya from... You named your son Jiraiya? Okay. Damn. Thoughts on Friren's crash out? You mean Frieren being her childish temper tantrums? Keep in mind, she is canonically a child by elf standards, so her acting like an immature child kind of fits with the fact she is a child. Opinions on Naruto? I like Naruto, and Brotherhood, and Monster. I've seen all of those. And Sentence to be a Hero. Yeah, I've seen all of those. That tantrum. Is it cute, silly, annoying? I can see any of those answers being valid. But it makes sense. I get it. She is a kid. Deadman was also pretty good. ReZero was also pretty good. Sub or dub makes no difference. It's really whose ever voice actors I like more. That's all it really is, guys. I don't know why we still do the whole sub-dub stuff. I think that needs to go away. Just watch it in any format that makes sense for you or that you enjoy more. Hunter x Hunter was really good. Bleach or Avatar, I'll go... Anos, you've asked that question before. You've been asking the same... I'm watching you. I know your questions by now. Hero Academia, pretty good. Stone Ocean, haven't seen it. Golden Wind, Wait, that's JoJo's, right? Which part was that? Doesn't matter, watch any... Exactly! Watch any way you want. I forget who Gyotaro is. But what about Tengen? Well, what about that? I have not asked about Bleach. I'm pretty sure you have. But I like both of those. Dubbed is just easier for me to... Exactly! If dubbed is easier for you to follow, to pay attention, because the reading and that's perfectly fine. Again, watch anime in any format that works for you. Absolutely. Have I seen Classroom of the Elite? Indeed, I have. Medieval anime? I can't say I've watched that much medieval stuff. And even then, there's always, there's usually some sort of fantasy component, the closest thing I can think of is, Vinland Saga. I just can't say I've seen that much medieval series. Favorite monster character? It's gonna be, I forgot his name, but the psychiatrist. It's the psychiatrist. He's the fat, balding guy, big glasses, took care of the kid. You know who I'm talking about. Instead of favorite, what's an anime I like a lot? Now that's easy, because I have 500 of those. I'm gonna pick... I already said Brotherhood today. I'll pick something else. I'll pick World Trigger. You know what? I'll pick Log Horizon. I like when Vinland Saga went to London. I saw my house. Okay. Tochi Fushiguro is stronger than... I don't care who's stronger than who. Why are you guys so caught up every day about who is stronger than who? Uh, Anime with fights similar to World Trigger? Similar to World Trigger. Uh, Let me think on this. Because when it comes to the versatility and creativity, I thought of Hunter x Hunter. But like, there's also some sort of uniformity that's consistent with it's not quite that. It's not quite that. I want to try and think of like what if like a Hunter x Hunter like series with more ranged components, or swords or something. Man, I think Hunter x Hunter's the first one that comes to mind though. Toji never hated his clan, but his father hated it. Yeah, correct. Is Attack on Titan set in the future, past, or present? It's entire like. Here's the thing: if you're going off of the technology that we see, then it seems pretty like it's set in the past. It doesn't have a lot of the tech that we have today. Even if you're far enough in the season, you know what's going on. Far enough in the series. Yeah, I'd say it's probably older. Oh, were you the jock in high school? Not at all. Or the goth geek? I wasn't a goth or a jock. Jeez. Did I give off goth vibes? Fire Force, I enjoy it, but it's got some problems. Cowboy Bebop is first ballot. Okay. I don't know what you mean there, but I haven't seen Cowboy Bebop yet. Golden. Okay, okay, that's why. Golden Wind is part 5. I've only seen part 4. I haven't gone to 5 yet. Bloodiest Show, Hellsing Ultimate. Which part of it, Evangelion, did I drop? Very early. Like, very, very early. Not far in at all. Or were you the chill... I was not a sport... No. I was not sporty at all. I was the socially awkward nerd. What do I think of Bocchi? Still haven't seen it yet. You gotta go back to work? No, you don't. What are you talking... Just leave the phone on in the background. Ever seen Afro Samurai? Not yet. Am I a singer? No way in hell. I would destroy your eardrums. Demon Slayer, also based on past. Yeah, correct. It's definitely not modern. Death Note is overrated and only good in the first half. Here's the thing. I don't care about the ratings. Do I enjoy Death Note? Sure. Do I think the first half is better? Absolutely. Yeah. I don't worry about the ratings too much. Seven Deadly Sins, I have mixed opinions. Some parts are good, some parts are bad. Kind of goes up and down. Konosuba, I haven't seen it, probably won't see it. Do I watch One Piece? You must be new here. Yeah, you're definitely new here if you're asking that question. So, yes. I was the nerd that was just there, basically, kinda. I kept to myself most of the time. Yes, I watched Berserk. Well, I watched Berserk when it was still airing. Which Avatar is the most different from Avatar? Which Avatar is the most... What do you mean? I don't even know what that means. Thoughts on One Piece being seasonal? Brilliant. Perfect. It's about time. Konosuba's overrated. I swear to God, it's so mid you aren't missing out. I don't worry about it. It just... I saw a little bit. Wasn't really my vibe. Like, yeah, I'll pass. I'm new, but I'm subbed. I appreciate that. Which Berserk OG one is the best? Yeah, the 97 version is definitely far better. It's not even a question. Which anime is the... But like, and also that question makes no sense. Which anime is the most different from Avatar? That question makes no sense. Where am I supposed to go with that? Just like, what's the opposite of Avatar? I don't know. Berserk 97 is a special place in my heart. I understand that. I get that. So here's the thing. There is no clear definition of anime. You might think there is, but there really isn't. We've had this debate before, and we ultimately all come to the same conclusion. If you say that the source material has to be anime, then that is not correct. There are plenty of manga that are adapted by Chinese studios, Korean studios, American studios, or vice versa, where American mangas, Chinese manhwas are adapted by Japanese studios, and it's just... it's just easier to refer to all animated series as anime. It just makes things a lot simpler. How you doing, Zach? Thank you for the follow. Are Avatar viewers old money billion? I don't. Again, what are these questions that make no sense? Anas, are you okay? A villain who is right. End of series. Meruem was right. Law of Weki is not that good. I disagree. Law of Weki is very good. I'll stand on that. Looney Tunes or Tom and Jerry? Looney Tunes or Tom and Jerry? I watched both. I think it. You know what? I think I'm more of a Tom and Jerry guy. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. Okay, it happens. My friend, wait, Shonen Showdown? Wait, Shonen Showdown told me to watch Law of Weki. Still haven't seen it though. I think it's pretty good. I think it's worth watching. Villain who is right is Cell since he's perfection. I mean, he's my favorite villain from Dragon Ball Z, so I'll give you that. The older you get, the more you side with Jerry. Yeah, I do side with Jerry. What's your top? I don't have a top 3 characters. That's something I'll never have. Dio should have won. I'm not so sure about that. I don't know about that. What I'm saying is remaking the series like Brotherhood. Like a Soul Eater Brotherhood. I'd be down. I'd be down for a Soul Eater remake. Tom is just doing his job badly. You mean because he's a cat, he's supposed to hunt the mouse? Yeah, but like, he's also just kind of mean. Sometimes he gets bullied for no reason, but sometimes he's just mean. I feel like Dragon Ball Z is kind of overrated. I like Dragon Ball Z. Again, I'm not a mega fan. I'm not like, this is the greatest piece of fiction ever written. But do I have a good time watching it? Absolutely. Did I see the hill scene in one? I've seen all of One Punch Man. Maybe after Fire Force ends? I mean, I don't see any indication that we're getting a Soul Eater remake. I don't see any indication that that's going to happen. Not saying I would be opposed to it at all, but I just see no sign of it. I want to explain what Dio wanted to do, but it's part 6 spoilers? Then don't tell me. Then don't tell me. I'm nowhere close to part 6. Samurai Champloo, haven't seen it yet. Great Fight's not bad. Has ever watched it for the plot? Wait, what? If I had to play devil's advocate for Doflamingo or Frieza, I think it would be easier for me to pick. I think it'd be easier for me to pick Doflamingo. I think it'd be easier to defend Doflamingo. Not that I'd want to at all, but I think if I actually wait. Yeah. Still, kinda. Yeah. One Punch Man 2 kicks dude or 3. One Punch Man 2 kick dude or 3 slap guy. I don't know what. Okay, I don't know what any of that is. Dofi is the coolest character. I do think he's one of my favorite villains in One Piece. He's not my favorite character of all time. I think he's a solid villain. He's a solid villain. Could Josuke heal Johnny Joestar so he can walk? I forget who Johnny is. I'm just being frank. I don't remember most characters' names. I remember who Josuke is because I remember that healing ability. But I forget who that other guy was. Is Shangri-La Frontier based on Let Me Hold? I don't know who Lets Me Hold. I don't know who that is. I don't play Elden Ring. Thank you for the follow, neighbor. Fullmetal Alchemist or Avatar for enjoyment? Avatar. Brotherhood. For enjoyment, I keep saying Avatar by default. Brotherhood. Favorite fridge brand? I don't have a favorite fridge. Whatever fridge has my food in it. Johnny's a later character. Okay, so I don't know who Johnny is yet. Good to know. So I didn't forget who they are. I just don't know who they are. Did I know Fire Force manga ended? Yes, I'm aware. Have I seen JJK Season 3? I am up to date. Aizen is a solid villain. I would not disagree. Favorite Joestar? Josuke or Jotaro. Either two would be fine. I'm saying, like, have I seen the Fire Force? Oh, no, I don't read Fire Force. I don't read it, so no, I have not. Luffy is the definition of freedom. I think he's a very good example of freedom. I think he's a fantastic pick. Best pull-up moment? I think my favorite's going to be the Black Bulls during Finral's fight with his brother. I think that's probably my favorite. Like there's no information in it. There's information. Then again, don't tell me then. If there's information in the manga ending, then don't tell me because I'm not reading it. Go on pulling up on Majin Buu. I mean, yes, but immediately after getting pulling up on Majin Buu and being really cool about it, gets kind of blindsided and absorbed. So like Gohan fumbled. Dr. Stone is top 15, not for me. It's good, but not that high. Have I watched Monogatari? If you mean Bakemonogatari, I dropped it pretty quickly. Do I think Aizen and Ichigo versus Yubak will break the internet? People throw around the term break the internet a lot. And 99% of the time, I think you guys are just throwing around the term because you think it's cool. I have doubts. I think it'll do very well. I think it'll be very cool. But I think you need to understand how difficult it is to cause streaming sites to physically crash. I appreciate that, Mama. Worst anime father versus worst anime mother? I have no idea. The worst father is probably going to be from this Magical Girl series that I keep forgetting. I talk about it all the time because I just remember a couple of scenes. But I just don't remember what it was called because I could not watch it. It was too abusive, way too much abuse. And worst mother? Who was a bad mom? Could probably think of I need some time to think on it. I don't know why people call Goku a bad dad. He's a good dad. Saves Gohan a lot. People call Goku a bad dad because of his order of priorities, some bad decisions, his selfishness. A lot of the time, more so as an adult. When he's a kid, he's incredibly selfless. But as an adult, he does get selfish quite a bit. Jeopardizes everybody for the sake of a fight. Honestly, I could see it. Which show has the worst pacing that I've seen? Detective Conan. Best Aura farmer of all time? I like Escanor, to be honest. I like how he does it. How is Cat Otaku? I don't... did you post another meme thing? Sorry, I haven't seen it. Here's the thing. I can't rank the Joestars because I forget almost every single one of them. I watched part 4 like 2.5, 3 months ago. And parts 1 through 3 I watched, I think, 13, 14 years ago. So I remember virtually nothing. Almost nothing. So I can't. I physically can't. Have I seen Hunter x Hunter repeatedly? Yes. Steins Gate, couldn't do it. Rewatch JoJo's, not going to do it. Have I watched... according to Martin, Cat Otaku is the most cursed. I mean, a lot of the Otaku artwork is pretty cursed. Piccolo Aura farmer all the time. He doesn't need to do anything in a fight. He wins by standing there. I disagree. He loses quite a bit. For someone who you think wins by standing there, he loses quite often. Which character can obliterate the Epstein Island? Can we... Well, I would love to just... For anyone to do it, please. After we have... after all the evidence is collected. What was my first anime? It was Dragon Ball. Commonly, common answer, but it's just... That's what we had at the time. How is the second season of Frieren? It's really good. Having a great time with it. I finished Hunter x Hunter in 3 weeks, so roughly 50 episodes a week. That's a decent amount. It's a pretty decent amount. No, I don't collect any manga. I don't read any manga. I am ascending. Good for you, I guess. I don't know what you mean. Unless you mean dying. Don't die. We need your views. Which is your favorite? I don't have a favorite anime. I have watched both the original Shaman King and the new Shaman King, so yes. No manga? Nope. I do not read manga. I do not collect manga. Have I watched Ishura? I have not. I don't even know what... Unless you meant Ashura, then I haven't seen that either. Did you think that Kira Yoshikage, his theme song, fits him? Yes. Yes, I do. I just bought Dragon Ball box set. Very nice. Very, very nice. I may not collect, but I encourage others to do so if that's what you like to do. Sailor Moon is peak. Unfortunately, I didn't enjoy it. I was not a Sailor Moon fan. Your best antagonist? I don't have a favorite antagonist. Might be Meruem, possibly. Yeah, okay, I gotta give you something. I'll say Meruem. You think solo leveling is overrated? I like solo leveling. I don't care about the ratings. You ask me if I like it, I'll tell you I like it. VV's Fluorite, I have no idea what that is. Should I watch Freerun? I think it's good. Lots of mixed opinions on it. People seem to say it's boring or they love it. I love it. I finished it during final exams. Hey, you know what? As long as you're not compromising your studying and you have time to get that done, yeah, you can watch during exams, I guess. I do like AOT a bit. Please do Naruto. Do what about Naruto? When you say do Naruto, what do you want me to say? Pokemon or Digimon? Digimon clears. That Fushi died. Well, here's the thing. I haven't finished season 3, so I can't tell you if that happens. But that would also be spoilers. So, like, if he does die in season 3, do not tell me. I appreciate that, Edric. Hopefully I'm saying that right. The reboot of JoJo's wasn't really neat as Killed My Boy Jotaro was absolutely worst decision, and reboot was not better than... Okay. You should at least watch a recap of JoJo's. I'm probably not going to. I have so much on my watch list that I don't even take recommendations anymore. I don't have time. Freerun Peakest of the Peak Slice of Life. I really like it. I'm a huge fan of it. Personally. Do I like ReZero? I do. If I could pick a quirk, personally, I don't want superpowers. I don't want a devil fruit. I don't want hockey. I don't want anything. I don't want nothing. If you're saying just pick a favorite, I'll say Permeation or Momo's quirk using her lipids. Angel Beats, great show. Massive plot hole. Still great show, though. Conan, hate it. Despise it. So Pokemon, I am slowly working my way through. We're at very early on in Diamond and Pearl, which I know is far back, but we are doing a full marathon, so it will take some time. Am I excited for the big 3 going to be airing at the same time? So, like, is it cool? Sure, but, like, okay, wait. One Piece is coming back in April. Bleach is coming back in, October? I think it was September, October. And Blue Vortex. Do we know when Blue Vortex is coming out? I actually didn't check. What anime is that boxer guy from? Hajime no Ippo. What do I think about Monster? I think it was very good, but the ending was kind of okay for me. Did I see Hell's Paradise? I'm up to date. Nope, Dragon Ball is not Big 3. It predates them, so no. Started watching The Disastrous Life of Psyche K. I tried it, wasn't really my thing. Can you... Okay, anime, stop spamming. You're spamming, so you're getting timed out. This is a 0 tolerance for spam. It's not a hard rule to follow, so time out for you. You caught up on Ippo? Of course I am. I've watched it multiple times. If you only gave Conan a chance, I gave it over 100 episodes of trash. No. Bleach or Naruto? Naruto, but I still like Bleach a lot. Don't worry about it, Devilish. If you're late, it's okay. It's perfectly okay. Have I seen Kakegurui? I have. Not the kind of show I would usually watch. Had a decent time. Is AOT the greatest? Not for me. Best character development in anime manga? I wouldn't even know where to begin. Genuinely, I wouldn't even know where to begin. One Piece or JJK? I'll take One Piece. I don't believe in overrated or... Well, okay. I don't like doing the overrated, underrated thing. It makes no sense to me at all. You want to ask me about a series? I will tell you my thoughts on the series. Nami or Boa? I don't ship either with Luffy. Luffy has shown no sign of having any kind of romantic interest. Thoughts on romantic anime? I love romance. Favorite romance, Snow White with red hair. Easily. Do I think that Bleach is good? Yes, I do. Which episode am I on? For One Piece and JJK, but I'm up to date on both. Vegeta has the best character development until Dragon Ball Super, which kind of undoes it. Vegeta has some of the best character writing in the franchise. He's my top one or two. Can I talk like L? I cannot. I'm not a voice actor. I would just butcher stuff like that. You know Snow White with red hair? Of course I do. It's my favorite romance. Do I know Ichigo means strawberry? I am aware. I think it had to do with the color of his hair. I think that was it. Thoughts on Clannad? I think it's really good. And After Story. For talking Clannad, you gotta include After Story. Do I like Demon Slayer? Yes, I do. Pretty sure Oda said Luffy will only care to like women after he finds the One Piece. I've never heard that anywhere. Not at all. So, source. Do I like Megalobox? I do. Season 1 was better, though. Fist of the North Star, haven't seen it. Tokyo Ghoul, I enjoyed it for the most part. His hair is orange, but the thing is, like, the way it's portrayed in the way it's animated versus what I'm pretty sure it was still because of his hair. I know sometimes that it doesn't always correspond in the anime, but you get what I mean. Do I like Hell's Paradise? I do. Opinion on Monster? Very good. The ending was decent, though. The ending was not as good as the rest of the series, for me. Which devil fruit is my favorite? Kuma's. About the headset and Twitch situation, I do not have my headset here, therefore I cannot stream. I have no sound. I cannot hear. I have no volume. My computer has no volume till Saturday. Have I watched Sentenced to be a Hero? Indeed, I have. Marco has your favorite devil fruit. I mean, the Phoenix fruit is probably my favorite Zoan. It's definitely my favorite mythical Zoan. No, it's not. Yeah, might be. Good to know. No worry. Well, don't worry. We'll be back to streaming pretty soon, at least on Twitch. Is Free Ren peak? I think it's up there for me. You like Chainsaw Man? Indeed, I do. I recently started To Your Eternity, and you're the first person I found who likes it too. To Your Eternity has a pretty large fan base, so I guarantee you there's plenty of people who love it. What would my stand be? Personally, I don't want a stand, and if I had to pick an existing stand, it'd be Harvest. Thoughts on Assassination Classroom? It's really good. I had a great time with it. Did I watch Tokyo Ghoul? Indeed, I have. Fire Force, I have. No, that wasn't Fire Force. That was Roro. I've still only seen one episode, so I can't give an opinion yet. Free Ren is peaks. She has a 3-day tantrum, which is funny. I mean, it wasn't really my humor, but I could still appreciate it. Like, just because I don't enjoy watching her have her childish temper tantrum does not mean I can't still enjoy the overall writing for it. I get it. Thoughts on Clannad? I think it's really good. Not my favorite, but it's very good. Haikyuu, solid sports anime. Definitely worth the watch. Which anime character is written better than they're given credit for? Endeavor. I would say Endeavor. Did you know if they said a man's on the moon is really Dr. Stone. There's one. So like I actually did read a bit of the Dr. Stone manga, and I'm not going to comment on that until they release it, because I actually do know what happens there. Thoughts on Sekiro getting an anime? I haven't read Sekiro, so no opinion. Thoughts on Dragon Ball Z death concept? For me, like, death lacks. It's true. That is a common complaint amongst in the Dragon Ball franchise, where death has basically become irrelevant, where even when a character dies, they come back over and over again. Yeah, I think that's a valid complaint. Thoughts on Ippo? I think it's fantastic. Do I think a good series with lackluster end... Sorry, chat's really moving today. Endings as a problem in anime? So, like, a lackluster ending? I mean... Like, I think it depends how lackluster we're talking about. Because I've rarely been disappointed by an ending. I usually end up dropping a series before the ending if it's bad. It hasn't been a common scenario where I get to the end of a show and I'm like, wow, it really fell off here. Doesn't happen to me that often, probably because I drop so many series. How much does your phone have until it dies? About 35%. Free Ren is 1,000 years old. I think she's over 1,000 at this point. Full Metal is a perfect ending. I was really happy with the Full Metal ending. Ichigo pulling up on Rukia's execution in front of all captains was badass. I would agree. Yes, absolutely. I don't have a top one because it makes no sense to have a top one in my mind, at least for me. Luffy or Roger for what? Like you ask this character or that, you got to give some context. How old is Naruto in Shippuden? I think he's probably early 20s. I think by now. Shippuden, not Boruto. In Shippuden, he's like 16? Oh wait, it's his birthday during the end of the war. It's his birthday. I think he was like 16, 17 at the end. Yeah, I think he's like 17 right at the end of the war. Did I read Pun Pun? I did not, but I'm aware of what it is. Plastic Memories, I've seen it. Day 9 of asking for the return of the treadmill. It's not coming back. Okay, you're talking Devilish. Day 9, I already answered that. Imagine if Garu from Hell's Paradise went to One Piece to stop Ace. If Garu from Hell's Paradise. What? I don't get how any of that makes sense, but okay. Got any recommendations, any genre? Okay. I already said, well, I'll say, I already said Maji yesterday. I'll pick Metabots. I'm going to pick an older one. I'm picking Metabots. Which anime arc changed my opinion on the series? I mean, you said change. You didn't say good or bad. You didn't say good or bad. So, I'm gonna say what? Damn, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Ace's execution of Roger's. Ace's execution or Roger's execution? Roger's execution is like a few seconds. We literally see him escorted up, tells people to go find his treasure, and then he's dead. Ace is like a whole arc. His execution's like this whole thing. How do you compare the two? I like Katara? I do like Katara. Do I watch Gurren Lagann? I don't. Finally, a challenging question. It's just like, usually my opinion is pretty consistent, though. Rarely ever do I like the series, then unless the series falls off. Like I could say Tokyo Ghoul. I could say Tokyo Ghoul. Cause the first seasons were really good, but then the ending, the last season was I'd say, okay, you know what? Seven Deadly Sins, season 3, was a huge fall off after season 2, so that changed my opinion. Rate storyline of Berserk. The storyline of Berserk, I'm not sure I'm qualified to fully speak on it because I've only watched the anime, and the anime does not go far. The anime really does not go very far in the series. So I'd probably say a solid 9+ from what I've seen. Favorite arc in One Piece? Wano. I'm waiting on JJK episode to drop. I'm not watching it until Saturday, so I'm gonna have some time. Season 2 wasn't as bad, but 3 was trash. For talking Seven Deadly Sins there, I love season 2. Season 2 is my favorite. 3 was not good. 3 was worse than 4. 3 was worse than 4. Would I rather fight Ask D Question or Down D Stairs? Well, Ask D Question never really makes an appearance. Down D Stairs only appeared once and has a 1-0 record, so... Berserk is a 10 on 10, but the manga, I haven't read it. I've seen bits and pieces of the manga, because I don't read manga, typically. So, I'm not going to pretend I know enough to give it a fair rating. That'd be, ignorant of me. It'd be like me rating a series I haven't seen, basically. Which anime has almost no bad episodes? The shorter the series, the better your odds of that happening. So what anime has no bad episodes? For me, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I think that's one of my top picks for that. Darling in the Franxx was not for me. Dropped it right away. Hunter x Hunter was very boring until York knew? If you were okay, I have to ask. If you were bored until York New City, why did you even wait that long? Because that's not exactly 10 episodes, 20 episodes. That's a good way through. Did One Punch Man lose budget because I don't know. I haven't really been following the that part of it. I just watch the anime when it comes out. I don't know about the budgeting issues, if there was a budgeting issue. The mom from San Sankaria. I don't know that one. Have I have oh yeah, I don't know it. Have I watched K-On? I cannot stand K-On. I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Training arcs or final battle arcs depends on the arc. I love a good training arc. I love a good final battle arc. Like it really depends on the series. Like if we were to go to the same series, like Black Clover training arc versus their tournament versus their huge battle arcs, or like Naruto training arcs versus the final battle arcs, we could go series by series and see how they compare. Did I like the new season of Frieren? It's not done yet, but yes. The green-haired dude, that's Law of Weki. JJK's out today. I'm going to see it on Saturday, not today. Do I like the new season of Frieren? If I could create a Devil Fruit, if I could create one, first I'll state that I don't want a Devil Fruit for myself. If I could create one, Permeation. Permeation. So, like, the ability to slip through things, like everything, but, like, with limitations. Kind of like Mirio or Obito. Either, like, a time limit or, like, either, like, you have to, like, learn to control different parts of your body or things like that. There's got to be some built-in limit. You can't just phase through things infinitely. Realistically, permeation is only good if you are born with the control. That is objectively false and disproven. That is objectively false and disproven, because who's a famous character who has permeation that we see struggles with it tremendously? Mirio. We see him struggle. He like couldn't control his powers at all. He could get stuck in things. He would lose his clothes, and he trains like crazy to master his power. So the thing is, Mirio has a serious built-in limit, not for time, but the fact is, when he uses his ability, everything phases through him. His clothes, unless they're made out of his hair, light phases through his eyes, so he can't see. Sound, he's blind, he's deaf, he has no sense of touch. Everything phases through him, so it's a huge weakness. He just trained like crazy to master it. Don't spam chat. Top, you're spamming chat. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I don't have a favorite series. Stop it. Stop. It's not a hard rule, guys. Don't spam chat. What do I think about One Piece live action? I think it does a very good job at what it's supposed to be. That's why I said realistically. So, like, are you saying permeation in real life would be unreal? I'm giving you the silly look. Come on, dude. Every power in real life would make no sense. Almost every single one. Who would you ever? Would I ever try mangas and novel in this lifetime? I've read manga in the past. I don't do so anymore because it's not a good use of my time. Which anime villain felt realistic rather than evil? Realistic rather than evil. I'm not gonna keep pulling the Meruem card. I'm not gonna keep pulling the Meruem card. I know I have an answer to this. It'll come to me. What do I rate Mushoku Tensei? I can't rate it because I dropped it because Rudius is garbage and I can't deal with him. Thank you for the follow, Lucas. Psyche's power would be the best in real life. Here's the thing. You take any power in real life and it almost always stops making sense. Like, you would have to twist a lot of things to, like, you can make things work, but it would involve a lot of maneuvering around the science of it. As an anime watcher, have I ever tried any anime games? Mostly like Naruto, Dragon Ball, games like that, here and there, but like most of the time they're fighting games, and fighting games are not really my main thing. Top 10? I don't have a top 10. Zamasu is right, but the way he... So, like, Zamasu, I'm conflicted because I understand the mindset, the mentality, how he Like, I understand his thought process, but I just find him so annoying. So it's like, I get it, but I don't like you kind of deal. Let's say the big three's training arcs in the final battle. So, like, it's still easier to go series by series. So, like, I think I enjoy, like, I love Ichigo's training arcs. But to say I like them more than his fights with, like, with Kenpachi and Byakuya and Yhwach and everybody, and like, no, I'd pick the fights. Naruto's training arcs are sometimes really fun. Like, I really enjoyed seeing Kakashi train Naruto. That was a great time. I actually enjoy watching Kakashi train Naruto more than I enjoyed watching him learn Sage Jutsu. But did I like that more than, like, the final war? I don't think I can do that. What new gen series would I recommend? Preferably shonen. Hell's Paradise. Gachakuda. What do I think about Berserk, the friendly... the friendly anime and manga. Super friendly, yes. Berserk is a wholesome slice of life, for sure. Do I think Patrick's house... Oh my... Dude, do I have to... Come on. When I was watching One Piece for the first time, I skipped Skypiea. Don't do that. Don't do that. You can read it if you want to. Naruto's good, but the fights need music. The thing is, here's the thing. I disagree, because the final fight with Naruto and Sasuke, when they cut off the music, I love that. That was great. So, no. In a world of fiction, I am a velvet glove. Are you okay? Good night, Pun Pun, I have not. Favorite eye ability? Probably Obito's permeation. Yeah, permeation. Have I watched Toilet Bound? I have not. Same with Obito, Kakashi's fight. That was a great fight. That was a really good one for sure. I don't have a favorite series. Hold on, TikTok is timing out. Let me fix that. Give me a second. Give me a second. TikTok is being dumb. There we go. We're good now. I've seen you before. Indeed, you have. Psychological fights or flashy fights? Yeah, could depends on what I'm in the mood for. I'm friends with a hot goth girl that has the same interests as me, and don't ask me for romance advice. I'm just I'm a romance anime fan, not a romance assistant. I can't give you dating advice. How could One Piece fix the pacing? By going seasonal, like it just did. Good Night Pun Pun and Berserk are so wholesome. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Wholesome if you want to be, like, wholly, entirely depressed. A villain that I hate? You know what? A villain that I hate? I'll pick SAO's villains. Like what was it, Kaiba Akihiko? I don't like him at all. The guy after that, in Alfheim Online, he's also human garbage. Opinion on Ashito no Joe. I have not seen it yet. Thank you for the follow, Art. I appreciate that. You've seen Death Battle? I don't watch Death Battle. That's the last thing I'll ever watch. Would I ever try an anime story type game? So when I stream games, it's mostly science fiction, science fantasy. So if it fit the genre, then why not? Also, you should follow me on Twitch so you can see me, so you can join us with the gameplay stuff. Sonroku is tough, I would agree. Looking for society building. Okay. I could take a few different approaches. I'm going to go with Log Horizon. But if anything, Chrollo was interesting, yes. I would agree with you there, for sure. Have you played Where Winds Meet? I have not. Do I think Mirio getting his powers back kind of devalued his sacrifice? No. I don't think it did. I don't think it does. There are times where, like, a character loses something, like including their life, and they undo that, and it feels like it takes away from the story. In Mirio's case, he chose to give up his powers to protect Eri. That was the goal. and in return, Eri was able to give him back his powers. And you know what? It's because of him that we got to see Eri smile for the first time. Well, him and the, Class 1A. But, Mirio was a big part of that. She wouldn't have been around to see it, to have it. So, no, I don't think it was, it took away from his sacrifice. Did I haven't heard of? Was there any good monster catcher a monster catcher series? A monster catcher series. So there's this old series. I'm trying to remember the name. I know someone here in chat will remember it. It was 90s, early 2000s, I believe. It was Dino something, Dragon Dino. It was a dinosaur type catching series. Thoughts on Ippo? I love Ippo. The best written Itoshi brother, which I like more. Oh, Itoshi Rin or Itoshi Sai? Rin or Sai? I think I preferred Rin. Wait. Who was the younger brother? I think Rin was the younger one, right? I think I'd go with Rin. Dinosaur. I think Dinosaur King. Might have been Dinosaur King. Favorite anime or best? I don't have a favorite anime. So yeah, it was Rin. I prefer Rin. Do I think Blackbeard will be the best villain by the end of the series? If you mean subjectively, he would be my favorite villain, I'm not going to say it's impossible. I think it could be done. Have I watched Vinland Saga and did I enjoy it? Yes, I did. Absolutely, yes, I did. Ending that shocks or ending that feels right. I don't really care if I'm okay. If I get shocked, cool. That. I don't usually get surprised. It happens on rare occasion. I'd want an ending more than anything that is satisfying. It is a conclusion that I am happy with. Whether that's sad, happy, tragic, wholesome, whatever. As long as it's a satisfying ending, I'm good. MHA is your favorite? I don't have a favorite, but I do enjoy MHA. If you watch Romance, did I watch Horimiya? Indeed, I have. It's pretty good. How would you act if One Piece ended? I'd be completely fine with it. I know that's a shocker since I've been watching it since it came out, but I do not get sad when a series ends because there's always more good shows to watch. Regardless of how big a role it played in my anime watching life, there's always more good stuff to watch. Always. DxD, I dropped it. Peak animation, in a fight, I would say Unlimited Blade Works. Favorite anime? I don't have one. Are we excited for the Dragon Ball remake? I'm gonna say I'm gonna maintain I'm kind of going in neutral until it gets here, right? Because we've already seen Super a couple times. Well, at least Beerus Battle of the Gods. We've seen this a couple times. Galactic Patrol is going to be a while, so we have time. I don't see a point in getting hyped up now because it would just emotionally drain me waiting that long. So I'm just going to keep it cool. Here's a difficult question. What villain do you think the villain deserves to be the main character of the story? There's a few ways which villain do I think is more interesting that I would prefer their perspective over the MC? So, in that case, how do I want to answer this question? I could probably take a few different routes with it. This. You know what? I'm not saying I would prefer... What if... This is just me thinking. This is just a spitball idea. What if we had Monster from Johan's perspective? What do I think about Johan? Funny enough, that question comes up next. So that should probably give you a clue. He's interesting. Which anime has the best history? I'm going to give that to One Piece. What arc took too long to end? I can't say anything from One Piece. Can I just keep roasting Detective Conan? Can I just keep roasting it because it's terrible? There's that. I would also say, you know what? I'll also say the Chimera Ant arc for Hunter x Hunter. It was a bit dragged out. I feel like more animated should give villain point of view. Yeah, I'd be down for more villain point of view animes. Absolutely. Berserk, it's a great 97 anime is very good. People know about Shangri-La Frontier. People indeed do. We do. Is Detective Conan that bad? It's one of my least favorite series. I'm not saying I have a least favorite, but it would be part of that for sure. Does it deserve your hatred? Yes, it does. Roast Detective Conan until all you want. I mean, I'm happy to. I don't like it. JoJo's, I think it's pretty good so far. I'm having a good time. Should I watch Black Clover, and is it worth watching? I would say it is worth watching for me, so yes. Do I like Black Clover? Yes. Should I watch Okay, it's the same person. Okay, thoughts on Godzilla? Any particular film or Godzilla as a whole? Because I do like Godzilla. If we're talking a specific movie, we could talk. I've liked most of them. Thoughts on Samurai Champloo? Haven't seen it yet. Isekai are the best. I'd say there's some good ones. They can be really good. They can be really trash. The Madara is more interesting than Naruto. Aizen more than Ichigo, and Garu more than Saitama. I would agree that Garu is more interesting than Saitama. Madara more than Naruto. I think at times. I think I can go back and forth with that one. I think it depends on where we are in the story. And Aizen more than Ichigo. I could see it. I didn't like Eminence and Shadow at all. Like the Monarch version of Monster vs. Godzilla, or the Monarch version of Monster vs. Godzilla, or whole of Monsterverse. I'm not really an expert on the Monsterverse. I'm really not. I know a couple here and there, but yeah, I stand by the fact that I like Godzilla. I'm just not an expert on all the other monsters. I know a couple of them. Favorite part of JoJo? So far it's 4. And Chrollo's 5 times more likable than Gon. Okay, so like Gon, I have a few moments where he really shines. And then a lot of moments where he's like, he kind of irks me. Chrollo's also not my favorite villain in the franchise. I do like him. But do I like Hisoka more? Do I like Meruem more? Yeah. Which anime do I think everyone misunderstands? I think people miss Frieren a lot. I think people misunderstand Frieren a lot. Not more likable, better written. I mean, for Aizen than Ichigo? Or you mean Naruto and... I could see Aizen over Ichigo. Okay, Madara over Naruto. I think Naruto's well written though. I think both of them are well written. I don't necessarily disagree. I think I just fluctuate a bit more. Same. I really like the end. What are we talking about there? Who is your favorite written character in One Piece? I have no idea. Favorite written character. Not favorite character, favorite written character. Kuma. Top 3 favorite psychological battles? Well, here's the thing. Does it have to be a pure psychological battle or just like a heavy psychological component? Because like I'd say Dr. Stone has a good few battles where there's a lot of psychology involved. There's also Classroom of the Elite. Classroom of the Elite, there is more heavy, so there's less physical most of the time. I'd say Monster is largely psychological. Heavy, not full. So like I just gave a few examples of some of my favorites. No Game, No Life is almost entirely psychological. Monsterverse is one of those underrated franchises I know. I mean, I'm just not an expert on it. Opinion on One Piece? I'm a fan. Black Lagoon, also pretty good. Fullmetal Alchemist, fantastic. Dr. Stone is amazing. I don't think it's amazing. I think it's good. I think the concept is great. It's just I think the direction it takes isn't my favorite. Which anime balances action and story the best? I think Brotherhood, or Avatar, or I could probably pick or Vinland, or honestly quite a few. The Daily Life of Immortal King is underrated. I couldn't do it. I tried it, got bored, dropped it. So what's wrong with being a nerd, JVM? That's kind of a silly take. I've been getting into MHA, just finished season 2. I really love season 3, so I hope you like it. An underrated, I assume you meant shonen, almost looks like Shenron. I don't look at ratings though. So like, again, when you ask me underrated, overrated, I don't know what to say because I don't look at ratings at all, ever. Do I want to be silly? Nah, I'll say Bakuman. You know what? I'll say Bakuman. Hell's Paradise? Yeah, it's pretty good. Suyu from MHA is your favorite so far? I don't think you've met Mirio yet. I think you meet Mirio in season 3. He's my go-to. I'm saying that he would not be suggesting if he didn't watch it. Yeah, I would not suggest something I didn't watch. Unless I defer to the chat. So like if someone says, hey, what do I think about this series? And then my chat is saying, hey, the series is really good, but I haven't seen it. I will just say, hey, my chat seems to say go for it. I haven't seen it myself. But I'll make that clear. Animes without an ending can never be amazing. Here's the thing. I disagree. I think it's unfortunate. Thank you for the heart, Max. I think it's unfortunate when a series that gets animated never gets the conclusion that we were waiting for. We never got the ending that the manga did, or it got canceled or whatever. Is it unfortunate? Yes. Does it mean the experience that you had while watching that what was out was bad? No. It can still be an amazing experience. You just might not be as fulfilled as you wish you could be. Which anime would I love to see remade? Ippo. Bro, we heart maxing now? Are we? What are we talking about? You mean that one heart gift? Nah, it's a heart. Here's a hot take. Hunter x Hunter dark content is missing potential for the entire verse. That's not really a hot take. That's a pretty ice cold, like iceberg take. It's like a pretty common one. Seraph of the End, haven't seen it. Hello, sir. There is this new anime. I want to know it. Watch Terror Man. Can't say I've heard of Terror Man before. I know Terror in Resonance, and I haven't seen it, but at least I know that one. Steel Ball, am I gonna watch it eventually? I'm way too far back to be watching Steel Ball Run. Like, we got ways to go till we get there. What's an anime that deserves the Brotherhood treatment? I'm not gonna say Ippo again because I'm not. I won't say Ippo a second time. I would say, well, someone mentioned Soul Eater at the start of the stream. That would be fair. How about Metabots or Zatch Bell? Do I know Food Wars? Indeed, I do. I have to finish Anohana. Okay, I've seen Anohana. Just prepare yourself. Metabots Crazy Pull. I mean, look, it's a classic from way back when. I think having a modern... I think people would love it. Mecha's huge now. People love Mecha right now. And Gundam. And this is basically like humanoid Gundam. Like humanoid mechas. It's great. Who made Zatch Bell? I don't remember the author's name. Zatch Bell is like over 20 years old. If I could live inside the world of anime, I would not want to, but assuming just send me where there's good food. Just send me where there's good food. I do think Fairy Tail is worth it. I will say, some arcs are great, some arcs are not great. But overall, I would say worth it. How do I feel about Black Clover coming back? I'm ready for it. I've been ready for it. The best written side character, main character, and main villain? I don't know, but I'm just gonna pick some random characters that I think deserve to be up there. I'll pick Meruem for villain. I'll pick. Do I go with Zuko? Do I go with Vegeta? I'll go with Zuko today. I think I did Vegeta yesterday. I'll go with Vegeta. I'll go with Zuko today. And MC. MC, I will pick. Do I go with Thorfinn again? I could go with Thor. I'll think on the MC. I'm not sure if I want to go Thorfinn again. Johan is not. I mean, Johan is a villain. I mean, he's a good villain, but I don't think he's my favorite villain. Do I think the popularity of isekai is a bad thing? So here's some knowledge for you guys, because one of the reasons that isekai is popular is because in Japan, isekai is a popular concept because people are not happy with their current living situation, their current lifestyle, and so the concept of an isekai where you're transported to another world where you can basically start life over with these different circumstances is very tantalizing. So it's exciting for them, which is why we get so much of it. Also, Roger, thank you for the rose. Which anime has the strongest first impression? For me, Brotherhood, probably. Can't wait for Fern and Stark's date tomorrow. Yeah, that'll be cute. Do I think I should watch an anime fully if I haven't seen it? Wait, do you think I should watch an anime fully if I haven't seen a lot in my childhood? Sure, go for it. You can go into anime at any age, at any point in time. Just dive in, try something that looks fun. Is Evangelion deserve its beloved recognition? I'm not an Evangelion fan, but it has a strong fan base. Welcome back, Jasmal. Claymore, I haven't seen it. If you had to rate Solo Leveling out of 20, so here's the thing. Just double whatever I would give it out of 10. So if I give it a 7, make it a 14. Just average it out. So probably a 14, 15. Yeah, maybe I'll say closer to 15. Anime, you are spamming again, so I'm just gonna have to ban you because I timed you out before. You didn't learn your lesson, so you're gone. What's my favorite anime? I don't have one. What's the anime that has had the most impact on you? That is a question. That is something I'm gonna have to disappoint you with, because anime has not really fundamentally changed me in any real way. It's just, I don't think anime has changed me. It's just something I enjoy in my free time. I'm just a fan. I don't feel the need to be like Spider-Man after a Spider-Man movie. Nope, I do not have a favorite series. I probably never will, actually. Bring back one character that died in AOT, Erwin Smith. Which anime moments made you pause the episode? I don't think I've ever paused an episode. I don't think I've ever done that. Why don't I have a favorite? I'll explain it in the simplest terms possible. I have seen over 900 series. So think of it like going to a restaurant where the menu has 50 pages of meals on it. Try picking one thing. It becomes incredibly exhausting. So, I've seen too much to pick one thing. Thank you, Brendo, for the heart. Hello, Timmy. Have I watched Violet Evergarden? Indeed, I have. If I could create a crossover, Dungeon Meshi and Campfire Cooking. Fullmetal Alchemist, solid series. Yep, over 900 series. Do I know when they release Shangri-La Frontier? I'm pretty sure it's in April, if I remember correctly. I think Kuroko Basketball is the best sports anime. It is my number 2, so I don't necessarily disagree. Which stand do you think would be the most useful in my everyday life? Harvest. Definitely Harvest. I've seen around the same amount. I just threw them into categories. That's okay. I mean, I have trouble picking favorites. In my mind, it's very difficult. Favorite? I don't have a favorite series. Haikyuu is your number 1. For me, it's my number 3. So, again, very good. Do I have a favorite side character? I do not. Across everything, I do not. Trying to pick one character across every series, just not ever something I can even comprehend. Do I think anime will fall off due to over-westernization? No. I think anime is only going to continue to grow from here. Do I have a good watchers for experienced people that isn't a big anime? So you want a show that, what I'm understanding is, you want a show that most people don't know that isn't very long. Gakko Gurashi. Do I watch One Piece manga? I don't read the manga, no. Here's a personal question, as long as it's not too personal. What anime made you cry? That's not a personal question. That's one of the most common questions I get, and dozens of series have made me cry. Silent Voice, Your Name, Angel Beats, Clanad, One Piece, GG's. It's okay. New season of JJK is the best filmography. I don't feel that way. Have I seen Bungo? Not yet. About 17. Oh, you mean that time I got reincarnated? Okay, so Slime. Slime, season 1 was good, season 2 was good, season 3 was okay. Hopefully season 4 is better. Grave of the Fireflies did not make me cry. It was sad, good story, great movie, just didn't make me cry. Any suggestions for a night binge? For a one-night binge? Let me... you know what? Erased. Erased is pretty easy to binge. What do I think about Silent Voice? I think it's really good. Black Clover worth it? I would say yes. Your Lie in April genuinely made me cry. It didn't make me cry either, but again, good series. Favorite character from Fruits Basket? I forgot his name, but the red-haired guy. I don't want to say that... I forgot his name. I think it started with a K? The red-haired guy. You know who I mean. Most recent isekai I've been watching. I have been watching... there is one. It's... I forgot what it was called because it has a relatively longish name and hard to pronounce. But it's pretty much where this like average day worker who overworks himself gets teleported to a world trying to save a girl, and now he's like an accountant for the kingdom. And it's like it's actually a boys' love. It's actually a boys' love series. It's not great. It's okay. It's average at best, but like, It's kind of cute sometimes. I like the MC, but like the story itself is average. Which One Piece character do I want to revive? I don't really want to revive anybody. Okay, you know what? I'd say Odin. I'll say Odin, because like Ace deserves it. Roger, his era's over. I'd say Odin. You just got done with my teen romantic comedy. It was great. Oh yeah, that's good. That's a great one. JoJo's is the GOAT. I think it's solid. Also, guys, don't forget to follow on Twitch. My phone's almost dead, so I just want to make sure that people remember to follow on Twitch. Please do that. What do I think about Dragon Ball? I'm a fan of Dragon Ball, depending on which part of the franchise. Like, some parts I like more than others. And of course, Odin's a good choice. I think the red-haired one was called Kia. I think that might have been it. I'm pretty sure it started with a K. What is Hell's Paradise about? Well, you have this ninja who is on death row, and he is him and many other prisoners are offered a pardon for their crimes if they go to this mysterious, dangerous island and obtain the Fountain of Youth for what was it? The Shogun? Was it the Shogun or something? Anyways, the political leader. I forgot what he was called. He was. They're pretty much made the offer. Go get me this elixir, and you are granted a full pardon. And so they travel to this dangerous island for a search for the elixir of life. Just finished the tournament arc from Yu Yu Hakusho. I actually am way behind in Yu Yu Hakusho. Best cinematography, I would still say, is the Unlimited Blade Works. Is it worth watching? Hell's Paradise is worth watching. Have I watched Backstabbed? I have not. Party Tried to Kill Me? No, I haven't seen that. And Gotcha, I haven't seen any of those. Yeah, haven't seen any of those. When is Shangri-La coming out? I'm pretty sure it's in April. You need to fact check that, though. What are your thoughts on Clanad Afterlife? Oh, After Story? Very good. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Thoughts on Cowboy Bebop? Still haven't seen it. Seven Deadly Sins? Mixed opinions. Some things are good, some things are terrible. It kind of goes back and forth. Did I thank Brendo for the heart? I think I did. I feel like 99% of amazing shonen have very memorable tournament arcs. The battle shonens do. A lot of the battle shonens do. Thoughts on NHK? I've seen half an episode, so I can't really judge it. My wife and I loved Apothecary Diaries. It is really good. It is very good. I don't really play anime games because most of them are just straight up fighting games, and that's not what I stream. I mostly play science fiction, science fantasy. I recommend hundreds of different anime. Can you be more specific? I think the best cinematography is Naruto. I can't give it to Naruto. It's good, but I can't give it to him. Shangri-La is going to be fire this year. I'm looking forward to it. I have seen Dr. Stone. You're going to watch the final Black Clover season, of course. What is Zeno Goku about? I keep seeing that version of him on... So, I'm pretty sure... What's the spin? What's that alternate series? Is it Dragon Ball Heroes or something? I think it's Dragon Ball Heroes. It's not canon to the main story, so, like, it's not something you really need to worry about, and I can't even fully explain it myself because I don't watch it. The best animated fight in fiction? I have no idea. So ready for Shangri-La Frontier new season and Wistoria. I enjoyed Wistoria, but I didn't love it. Like, I enjoyed it. I'll watch the new season. What is the coolest figure? I only have a couple figures. I don't really spend money on them. I only get them for free sometimes. Thoughts on Tenki no Ko? I have no idea what that is. First anime for me was Dragon Ball. I do think Bleach is worth watching. Ergo Proxy, still haven't seen it. You were the defo the goth geek? I was never goth. Have I watched Silent Voice? Indeed I have. Toriko now being forgotten. I have not forgotten Toriko. In fact, I still need to watch Toriko. Thoughts on Whisker Away? Pretty good movie. Not 10 on 10, but good. Weathering with You, also very good. I actually think that's better than Whisker Away. Do I think Boruto would have been semi-decent if there was okay, so here's the thing. Boruto was releasing weekly. The anime was releasing weekly. The manga, I'm pretty sure, was releasing monthly. So, in order to prevent the catch-up, there had to be filler. Otherwise, they would have had to kind of approach the anime in a different way, which they unfortunately did not. So we got a very clunky, slow-paced version of Boruto. So, what is the best gothic anime? It depends. Gothic. What's a Hellsing? Maybe? I don't watch that much gothic-based. Maybe Hellsing. Do I read the stories as well? No, I don't really read the manga. Almost never. Gintama explained filler stuff in anime very well. I can't deal with Gintama, I'm sorry. Who were you in high school? I was not the... Guys, we've been over this. I'm not the sports guy. Even now, I'm not the sports guy. I'm a gym guy. I'm not a sports guy, but I'm a gym guy. Would I recommend NGE? I don't know what that is. What overall good anime have a decent start? You mean just in general, what animes have a good start? Most anime I've seen have a good start. Like, most I've seen have at least a decent start. There's like half a dozen good ones right now. You have Sentence to be a Hero. That was a great start. What's the best anime design? For what? Like, art style? Depends. Who was I in high school then? A person, I think. Actually, that's debatable. Which anime character do I think deserves a spin-off series? Escanor. Which One Piece arc is best according to me? Wano. The Drip. I kind of like JoJo's. Yeah, probably JoJo's. Bad start dropped. It depends. It depends how bad we're talking and for how long. It depends how bad and for how long. So no. I did have friends. I still have one friend from high school. So no, I still got one. I dropped most of them, but I still have one. Dandadan has best art style. Your take? Not for me. Does it have a good art style? Sure. Is it my favorite art style? No. Is Kirito one-dimensional? I'm not a Kirito fan. I don't like him. So if he gets better, I'm not going to see it. Would I recommend Evangelion? I would say that Evangelion is a very successful series with a strong fan base, but I'm not into it. I need a romance? Yes, I can help you out. I absolutely can. I will go with the ice guy and his cool female colleague. Thoughts on Ocean Waves? If that's a show, I haven't seen it. Who is your favorite character in Soul Eater? It is Soul. I know that's like the obvious answer. I know, but it's true. It is Soul. I never knew Devilish Michael has two fingers. How come I don't read manga? Because actually 3 reasons. 1, I'm a slow reader. 2, it gives me headaches. And 3, I forget every single thing that I read. So I would read a page, get to the next page, forget everything I just read. So there is no point. You just finished watching To Your Eternity and cried 12 times. Sounds about right. Is Violet Evergarden worth watching? So yes, but it does one very creepy thing that makes people uncomfortable. But yes. What's your favorite anime and why? I don't have one because I've seen too many and can't pick. He sent them in the music channel. Okay, cool. Do I watch Haibane Renmei? Oh, I don't know that one, no. Is Dragon Ball worth watching? I would say yes. I think Dragon Ball is great. I think Dragon Ball Z is great. I think Super has some good moments, but overall it was hard to get through. I think GT was hard to get through, but has a perfect ending. I think Daima is mostly like nostalgia at the end of the series, but like it was fine. Is One Piece worth watching? Yes. Can it be hard to watch sometimes because of the pacing? Yes. Is it okay to read it if it becomes difficult to watch? Also yes. You should watch Eminence in Shadow. I already did, and I did not like it at all. Knights of Sidonia, I have not seen it. You Shall Return. Well, I'm only going to be live for a little bit longer. My phone is almost dead. But, because my Twitch stream was canceled today because I have no headset, and that kind of is a problem, I might do 2 YouTube streams today. I might. But yeah, don't forget to follow me on Twitch. Please do that. Have I watched Black Clover? Indeed, I have. Is the anime Charlotte rushed? You could argue that it's a bit quick towards the end, but I still think it was good. You could say it was a bit fast towards the end. How many animes have I seen? Over 900. Do I know Regiwill? I have no idea what that is. What is Sentenced to be a Hero about? Well, it is about people who are sentenced to be heroes, or it's actually it's a criminal sentence. So if you commit a heinous crime, you are sentenced to be an eternal servant under the kingdom to fight off the demon horde, and every time you die, they resurrect you, and you lose parts of your personality and your memory until you're like a mindless drone. What's the worst anime arc of all time? I have no idea. Yep, over 900 series. I know it's basic, but how do I feel about Hero Academia? Who cares if it's basic? It's a good series. I like it. Dungeon Meshi, I'm 13 episodes in. I'm having a great time. Have I ever seen Girls Last Tour? I think it's great. How you doing, Anime King? If I commit a war crime in Romania, is that a heinous crime? Yes. Show your sentence to be? What? Is it okay to skip a lot of One Piece when watching? Okay, so if you want to go back and forth between the anime and the manga, then you could read parts if you don't want to watch it. Like, okay, you want to read Skypiea or Dressrosa or whatever instead of watching the arc. Okay, can you just skip it? No, you can't. You need the content. You need that information to understand everything that's going on. Everything is relevant. But you could choose how you take in that content. Vinland Saga on Titan and Berserk gotta be the most overrated animes ever. I disagree. I love Vinland Saga. Berserk is really good, even though it doesn't go that long, especially the 97 version. And AOT, I enjoy it. Not as much as other people, but I enjoy it. Thoughts on Silent Voice? Great movie. Favorite Bleach captain is going to be Kenpachi. But you get ruined each time. Yeah, exactly. So exactly. I said that. Your personality slowly dwindles away every time you're resurrected. Is it okay if I took most of One Piece through YouTube and recaps? You're not gonna. I mean, I don't know what content you've been consuming, but odds are you're gonna be missing stuff. Unless you are watching somebody do a chapter by chapter breakdown every single every single thing. No, you're gonna miss stuff. Have I watched Angel of Death? I tried to, almost finished, but couldn't do it. Do just be saying stuff to say stuff. Berserk overrated. I mean, here's the thing. Not everyone's going to like Berserk. That's okay. I like Berserk. I'll defend it. Did I watch Demon Slayer? I did. I did. Have I ever dropped a series because of art style? Very rarely. Very, very rarely. Like, unless it's physically painful to look at, like it gives me actual headaches, then no, I wouldn't drop it because of art. Have I watched Dororo? Not yet. Only one episode. What if the big three old gen didn't exist? Well, then there'd be a lot of series that did not exist, because Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach have each inspired many, many, many series. So, a lot of your favorite shows now would not exist. What do I think of Mob Psycho art style? I like it. It's fun. Kill la Kill was also fun. They made anime Famius? Famius? I don't know what Famius is. This is a typo. Did I watch Hamtaro? I did watch Hamtaro. Have I watched Seven Deadly Sins? Indeed I did. And Four Nights of the Apocalypse. What do I think of Mob Psycho? I already answered that one. What would it be like now if Dragon Ball didn't exist? Again, I'm going to have a very similar answer. A lot of the series that exist because of the inspiration they took from Dragon Ball would not be there. The anime, first of all, anime's influence, like anime's impact on society and culture as a whole, would be drastically different. Like Dragon Ball is in some cultures absolutely enormous, especially in like Brazil and like South America. Oh my God, it's huge in South America. To Your Eternity is the GOAT. I can't say it's the GOAT, but it's good. It's definitely good. Best art style for me would probably be Violet Evergarden. Have I ever seen Angel's Egg? I have not. Thank you for the follow, Khalid. Don Machi starts strong, kind of falls off, gets a bit better, but it was strongest at the beginning. I kind of think Naruto is more influential than Dragon Ball Z. Depends how you define influence. If we're talking about like recognizable, like popularity, then no. If we're talking about inspiring other series, I still think Dragon Ball has it. Also, Naruto took some level of inspiration from Dragon Ball. I think Dragon Ball probably had more overall influence, to be honest. I think it did. If I ever watched World's End, you mean World's End Harem? Then no. What episode does Frieren stop being boring? Episode, the first opening scene. I loved all of it. Food Wars, don't watch it with your parents, and don't watch it when you're hungry. Naruto inspired a lot of people not giving up. I mean, a lot of shows do that, but yes, you could say that too. What's your thoughts on Ippo? I think it's fantastic. Is it cruel for me to recommend Angel Beats as their starter? Depends what they ask for. If they want like a short romance that's emotionally impactful, then it does that. Thoughts on Jobless? I couldn't deal with Rudius. Frieren is not boring. I mean, people like different stuff. If someone says a show you like is boring, I'm not going to get mad. It's just people like different things. Do I read manga? Unfortunately not. JJK is pretty good. Dragon Ball is a core part of media. At this point, I would say yes. Is it cruel to recommend Made in Abyss? I haven't seen much of it, so I can't really tell you much about it. So, I've heard it gets dark. He is smoking cocaine. Hey, guys, no drugs in chat. Thoughts on Gachakuda? I think it's pretty good. I recommend it. Finally, Shangri-La Frontier got... Honestly, like, I get that all the time. Lots of people like Shangri-La Frontier. I just don't know where you guys are going. Lots of people in chat like Shangri-La. Have I watched Maciel and... Oh, you mean Mashal? You mean Mackle and the Magic? I don't know what that is. If I could make an anime, I would not make one. I wouldn't make it. I'm not... Guys, I don't know why you keep assuming anime fans all want to make an anime. I don't want to make an anime. Shangri-La Frontier is better than SAO. I would agree. Better than SAO, here's the thing. I don't care about the plot armor. Plot armor to me is stupid. I just think it's a better series overall. Thing is that senzu beans kind of make the whole healing stuff a mess in Dragon Ball. I disagree. I don't have a problem with senzu beans at all. I do think that death, like the concept of death, becomes less and less relevant as the series goes on. The longest anime I've watched, and was it worth it? If you mean just in total episodes, then One Piece, yes. And if you mean the most episodes of a particular series that I've rewatched, than Naruto, which was also yes. Do I have a katana? Not a real one, no. I only have like cheap, flimsy copies for cosplays. Okay, now again. Morning our... Oh, how you doing, Gunther? Best anime movie I've seen. It's incredibly biased, but I'm taking Kizuna. How much time do you have to watch all these anime? I've been watching anime for over 30 years. That's how I've had that. Right now, I watch an average of 0 to 3 episodes a day. Most days being 0. So, I've had over 30 years to do this. Low-key, Demon Slayer is overrated. I enjoy it. Dororo, I see rarely mentioned. It gets mentioned daily on here, so I don't know where you've been looking. Pick between being locked in a room with a titan or a man-eating bear. How? I guess a man. First of all, like, if we're talking about a bear that is aggressive, that it is actively trying to eat me, or a titan, I'm assuming there's. I guess it depends. If it's an empty room or not. I'm over 30. Point is, if it's an empty room where I can't like hide or evade or do anything, I'm dying either way. It's just a titan is going to be faster than a bear. So I would choose the titan. Who do I think the strongest anime character is? Doesn't exist, objectively. What do I think about Tower of God? It's really good. Rachel deserves to get thrown off the tower. Thoughts on Jinwoo? He's cool. Like, he's not my favorite. He's like... Is he mostly just like an ore farmer who does cool, badass fights? Yes, but I enjoy it. The best fire user in all of anime? I have no idea. Underrated is now overrated in the end. Here's the thing. I think people who obsess over ratings are silly. Favorite isekai? Digimon. Wild question? Sometimes people like to ask weird questions. I'm okay with it. I don't worry about the glaze. Here's the thing. If you want to glaze an MC, you want to glaze anybody, I frankly don't care. Glaze away. Do your thing. Love a character to death. Doesn't bother me. Favorite Pokemon? Gengar. Opinion on quintessential quintuplets? I think it's pretty fun, surprisingly, because I don't normally like those shows. Hunter x Hunter is the greatest. I can't say it's the greatest, but it's good. I will agree that it's good. I wonder how many Digimon shows there are because there's so many. Well, you have Digimon Adventure, the original and the remake. You have Season 2, you have Tamers, Frontier, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's 9 separate Digimon series, not counting movies. Yu Yu Hakusho is underrated. I don't... Silly. Come on, dude. Opinion on Berserk? I think it's really good. If I could live in an anime world, I would not go, but I'll go where there's food. Favorite Digimon? Depends on the context. Like, if we're talking pets, if we're talking cool factor, if we're talking, like, do I have to house them? It's going to really be contextual. Do I know the story of Honkai something? I don't. You have a ghostly adventure beat break Digi Squad? Sure, I'll do that. Thoughts on Death Parade? I think it's pretty good. Wait, Death Parade. Have I seen that? Yes, I have seen Death Parade. Yes. No, that was Dead Man Wonderland. I don't know if I've seen Death Parade. Opinion on High School DxD? I dropped it. Roshi-Dere, haven't seen it. Do I think Omnimon looks better than Angemon? For me, yes. Though I do like Angemon. I am an Angemon fan. Least favorite villain from the least favorite? I don't know. Spondum, Orochi. Actually, probably Orochi. He just sucks. Yeah, Orochi sucks. You don't like Yu Yu? I struggle with it very hard. But that's not the point I was making. I was saying you saying Yu Yu Hakusho is underrated is an absurdly ridiculous take because it's super mainstream. It is ridiculously mainstream. It's one of the biggest shonens out there. Yeah, it predates the big 3, but it's still, like, huge. It's massive. To call it underrated is insane. What makes Digimon so good? A lot of it. First of all, the way the Digivolution process actually works, to me is a lot more diverse and interesting the way it's traditionally done in most Pokemon. And also, huge benefit is at least the main cast grows up with you. They don't just stay kids. You actually get to, as you go through the series, go see them go through like childhood, teenagehood, and early adulthood in some cases. There's that connection that you form with these characters over an extended period of time. Especially when you grew up with it as it was coming out, it's just something else. The fights, also fantastic. Music, super catchy. I've watched when it came out. Should I watch more of Digimon? Yes. Is Kill la Kill underrated? I think Kill la Kill is very good. If I gave you some incomprehensible amount of money, would I bid? If you, no one's gonna. Okay, dude, you're not gonna pay me like $1 billion to watch JoJo's. Come on. Is Obito being Toby the biggest plot twist back then? Back then? Here's the thing. I would say it's probably one of the bigger ones. I don't think it was the biggest, but it was one of the bigger ones. New JJK episode drops in 5 minutes. Good to know. In Digimon they talk, in Pokemon they don't. Well, there's that too. There's Meowth. There's Meowth. Do I think Sentence to be a Hero will be worth investing in? Yes, I do. Also, my phone is at like 3%, so just a heads up. Where to watch Code Geass English dub? So if you join the Discord, there's a bunch of streaming sites on there that you could find it on. Well, I didn't count all the zeros, but the point is, no one's giving me $10 million to watch anime. Come on. Thoughts on ReZero? I like ReZero. Yes, in my bio, there's a link tree. In the link tree, there's a Discord link. And if you go to the frequently asked questions, you'll find places to watch tons of anime. Do I think Sentence to be a Hero I already answered that one. Just started One Piece. What do I think about? Will I regret it? I don't think you will. I think the pacing might be a drag sometimes, but you won't regret it. Didn't Digimon technically copy Pokemon? No. Not really, no. Who is the anime character do I see yourself in? I don't. I don't. Who is the anime character do I think Gojo Sukuna fight will go down as the best fight ever? No. Definitely not. Will I watch Dorohedoro Season 2? I haven't seen Season 1. Didn't Digimon technically... No, it didn't. They just end with Mon. They're they're vastly different series. Have I watched Viral Hit? I dropped it after like an episode. Natsu versus Asta, both full power. I have no idea. Thoughts on... Guys, you gotta stop asking about those weird series. Sanda, I have not seen. Do I think Sanraku beats Kirito? I don't know. I don't really get involved in those debates. I think they're weird. But I like him a lot more than Kirito. What about $1 to binge? $1 to... I don't have... No. If I'm gonna... Okay, if you're gonna pay me to watch an anime, it's gotta be worth my time. $1 is nothing. What anime do I recommend to first-time watchers? I usually just either pick something random that I think is good, or I'll just ask you some questions and get some background information on what you like. I can pick something random like, you know what? I already said Bakuman today. I'll say it again. Bakuman. Agumon, Digimon, Otakumon. What? Sanda's a Santa anime? I mean, okay. Good to know. Power scaling is so useless. I would agree with you. Do I watch JoJo's? I do, but I haven't started part 5 yet. You can literally name any Digimon. What are we naming what are we naming Digimon now? $5 to binge watch JoJo's? How? Dude, no. I'll watch it on my own time. Natsu versus Asta. Again, dude, I don't know. What is my favorite shonen? I have no idea. Favorite seinen? Maybe Vinland, possibly. I think. I'll say Vinland for now. Isekai? Isekai Digimon. Is Hell's Paradise good? I'd say it's good. I don't look at ratings. I don't think it matters at all. I think it's good. Do I like Megalobox? I do like Megalobox, especially Season 1. Thoughts on Licorice Recoil? I haven't seen it. What do I think of Alien Girl in Naruto? The main... Kaguya? I'm not a... Here's the thing. I'm not against the Otsutsuki. Like, I think it's fine that they're there. I don't like the way it was executed. I would have rather they come after than come in the middle of the Madara fight. But I don't know. What's a good anime if I should watch? Again, no context. I'm gonna pick something random. I'll pick Maji. Would I rate Hunter x Hunter on 9? Probably around that. I think that's fair. Thoughts on Bocchi the Rock? Still haven't seen it. I read Hunter x Hunter. I'm glad you liked it, or you're liking it. What do I think about JJK? I think it's pretty good. I did not think Trinity 7 was good. What's the anime that is famous but over? I don't look at ratings. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's silly to look at ratings, but that's my opinion. I can name lots of good series. The link tree doesn't work? Wait, the link tree doesn't work, or the Discord link doesn't work? Confirm which one doesn't work. I really like your streams. Thank you. I appreciate that. Firemon, Dragonmon. Okay. Okay, so I will grab a fresh Discord link for you, and I will fix the link tree after this. So here, I will just grab a fresh link. Grab it there. Boom. Got it. Okay. I just threw it into the chat, so you're good. And I'll throw it into the YouTube chat as well, just in case. Because now I have to go fix the link tree after this, apparently. Would Asta survive the rumbling? Probably. He could fly. Do I think Miki Taka is an alien? I don't know who that is. I just don't know who that is. Do I believe that JoJo's has one of the best outfits? Yeah, I think that would be fair. Also, guys, my phone is down to its last percent. The stream will be ending momentarily, so heads up. I may be back on later because I'm not doing a Twitch stream today, unfortunately. So I might do 2 here. What is my opinion about the anime? I don't talk about that one. Travis, thank you for the follow. Did I watch One Piece? Yes. What Tokyo Ghoul season is the best? I'd say 1. Thank you, Sheed, for the follow. Have I watched Silent Witch? I have not. If it's 1 a.m., go to bed. To get your sleep, it's important. Favorite ultra ranked... oh, you mean ultimate rank? Favorite ultimate level? Damn. Favorite ultimate level. We're not talking megas, right? We're talking ultimate. So like Where Garurumon, Metal Greymon, War Growlmon, that kind of stuff. Me too, but I like Season 2 too. Yeah, Season 2 is good too. So ultimate. Good. Oh wait. What? Need to think on this one. I need to think on the. Okay, I've never been asked about ultimates. I don't know. It's a good one. It's a good one. I haven't seen T-Gray Man. Timmy is the Philippines. Probably same as one. Zoro and Sanji for One Piece. I prefer Zoro. Let's say one more comment from each chat before I call it. Don't worry. I'll think on it. I'll think on it. Favorite ultimate. You don't like? Yeah, I didn't like Tokyo Ghoul Re either that much. And opinion on Shakugan? Do you mean Bakugan? No, I don't read the Boxer. And do I think push-pull legs is better than tricep, chest, bicep? I think there's context to your programming. Guys, if you don't overthink your split. Don't overthink your workout split. But I would say generally hitting every muscle group at least twice per week is generally going to be better than hitting it once per week, if that's what you mean. Shakugan no Shana? What is that? Cyberdramon's an interesting pick. Okay, my phone is about to die, so it's going to turn off. I'll call it here. I'll probably be back on after. I'll see you guys later. I need to go to the gym myself, so see you soon.